What happens if I do the Wim Hof method for 1 hour straight? I will be tracking blood oxygen level, heart rate with my watch, and also my retention times. And I will also look at my productivity and focus throughout the day. First, I'm going to start with a breath awareness routine where I get aware of my body's movement while I breathe and slowly expand on it. It's like a breathwork warm-up and helps me to get the most out of my breathwork that follows. That was wild. It has been a long time, but I recently caught the cold and I was still not really able to inhale through the mouth. So for the majority of this session, I've been inhaling through the nose, which isn't bad, but I wasn't able to go as deep as usual. And also my flow has been interrupted whenever I try to intensify my breathing. But doing the Wim Hof method for 1 hour straight still felt really powerful. Also, my kids going wild outside of the office slipped into my awareness here and there. But guess what? Conditions are never perfect. This is a good example to train ourselves to make the best out of a situation. But I still got some nice data to show you. So I did track my breathwork activity with my Garmin watch here. And looking at the footage of my breathwork session, I saw that I've made 15 rounds in total. My breath holds weren't really good. For the majority of the rounds, I landed between 2 minutes and 25 seconds and 2 minutes and 40 seconds. On my second last round, I had my best retention time of 3 minutes and 4 seconds. My highest heart rate during the fast-paced breathing phase was 94 beats per minute. And the lowest heart rate during the breath holds was 45 beats per minute. It all pretty much correlated with my subjective feeling. When I was able to inhale through the mouth, my heart rate had the biggest spikes. Then after 30 minutes, I felt my focus weaken. And I see that the distance between the peaks and the valleys of my heart rate is shrinking. The only exception was when I had a 3 minutes retention time. You can see that my heart rate decreased more than in the other rounds. As for my oxygen levels, unfortunately the camera is too blurry around the oxygen meter. I recall a moment when I lifted my arm and the oxygen was on 40% blood oxygen. Other times when I... Wait, it went to 30% oxygen level and then the oximeter shut down. That's crazy. Which brings me to the point I totally forgot to explain why low oxygen level in the Wim Hof method breathing is important. Well, it is said that low oxygen triggers the creation of a protein complex called HIF, which has multiple effects on the body, but one of them is it produces more red blood cells. So with more blood cells we can carry more oxygen in through our body. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Let's go back to the video, shall we? Okay, but the interesting part is whether this crazy 1 hour breathing session made me more productive than a normal 20 minutes breathing session. I had some calls with clients in the morning filled with some account management work in between. Usually I would put my calls to the afternoon and move some cognitive demanding tasks to the morning where I feel more productive. So I thought it would be interesting to see if the long breathwork session would make my afternoon more productive when I'm usually tired and unfocused. So after I had lunch, I did a very short movement session just to get my blood flowing, and then I would work on some cognitive demanding tasks like writing. And surprisingly, it seemed to be easier to work on creative tasks like script writing. Although, in all honesty, I still ran into writer's block. But I was able to work through it easier than usual. But this could also be because I was documenting and filming myself in more detail than usually. Anyhow, the load of mental resistance felt especially light today. So next on my list was my practice.
Okay, I'll be heading to the gym now for practice. Today I work on a mix of locomotion, handstand and straight arm strength. It's the end of a 6-week training cycle, and yeah, I still need to progress on some skills before I move to the next phase with a different program. So that's what I'm doing now.
I already made a video about my how breathing helps me to optimize my strength training. But today was more about quality and skills, meaning I wasn't consciously focusing on my breathing pattern, except maybe for my shoulder press handstand. Because I had difficulty reaching the quality I wanted for this exercise, I did about 15 strong and fast inhales just before I would start a set to increase my alertness. This helps me to allocate sufficient strength and focus on all my attention to the details I need. Okay, was it actually worth it to do 1 hour of breath work in the morning? Well, I did feel more focused during the day, especially in the afternoon, but I can't say that's all because of the breathwork session in the morning. I guess that the feeling of being watched from my filming activities was the main reason for my change of focus. But the whole 1 hour session was still a great experience, but it was much more challenging than I expected. For instance, keeping my mind focused on fast-paced inhaling was getting significantly harder after 20 minutes. It felt like really hard work, similar to when I work on a difficult skill where I need to focus all my attention on it. So I definitely would do this again, just because of the challenging component of expanding my breathwork skills. I wonder if I could inhale with full lung capacity and an extended attention span, if my experience would reach another level. But on a regular basis, I still prefer my 20 to 30 minutes breathwork sessions in the morning and adaptive breathwork bouts, which are shorter for specific situations. At the moment, I don't feel much difference between a 20 minutes and a 60 minutes breathwork session. Well, that could change with better skills, I guess. That said, the most profound experience that I ever had was in a guided breathwork session in Poland when I became a Wim Hof Method instructor. It was relatively calm, and most of the time I did inhale through the nose and it was about 45 minutes long. So that showed me I still can go very deep just by inhaling through the nose. So in hindsight, I believe that being guided through a breathwork session can make a big difference, because you can let loose and don't have this element of control and thinking what comes next. But I still think it's possible to reach such depth without the guidance of another person, but it takes a lot of practice, I think. So overall, I got some valuable insights and actual data validation from this 60 minutes breathing session. It's nice to see that the data I got from my watch and oxygen meter was aligning with my subjective experience, even though I already knew that studies had shown the same thing. So I definitely will do periodic sessions where I challenge myself with longer breathwork sessions. I don't know in what intervals yet, but I can picture myself doing it once or twice a month while doing 15 to 20 minutes breathwork sessions daily-ish. So what are your thoughts on it? I always like to read about others' experience and their journey, so please let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.